all religion comes out of this existential quest to answer 5 basic questions that every human being asks at some point in his or her life, regardless of what tradition they come out of or no tradition. And the 5 questions are: who am I? Where did I come from? Where am I going? Meaning death. What happens then? How do I live? And why? And the quest to answer those 5 questions is the wisdom quest. Now, we don't provide answers. We provide vehicles for exploration. The answer is yours. You're going to find an answer that speaks to you, and that's as far as you go. And our hope is, as the community deepens, that we'll question our own answers. Because really, the answer is in quotes. We're not looking for an intellectual answer. We're looking for a felt experience of my true self. The work that I'm doing with the Wisdom School is to then see how the world's religions have responded to those questions by studying selections from their sacred texts. So we draw from the Hebrew Bible and the New Testament and the Tao Te Ching and the Bhagavad Gita and the Quran and lots of different texts. And what we find is that there's a thread that runs through all these texts in all of these different traditions that seems to be saying the same thing. And it's called the perennial philosophy. I call it the perennial wisdom. That regardless of the culture or the religious field in which these answers arise, the mystics of the different traditions always seem to say the same thing, that my true nature is the ineffable reality. So I call it God. Somebody else might call it reality with a capital R, or the universe, or as Father Thomas Keating in our Snowmass community calls it, absolute reality, whatever your word is. We arise from the divine, we express holiness if we know who we are naturally as long as we're in this body, and then we return to the divine. That's my origin, my nature, and my destiny. Once we understand our true nature, we're naturally compassionate, naturally just. It's just a joyous celebration of my own true nature, which is to be compassionate and just with all beings, because we're all part of the same reality.